Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Hugo. Roll on. Welcome to the show. It's definitely an honor to be here with you guys, and shout out to everyone that's been following along. So, welcome to another episode of, let's just call it my YouTube channel slash newsletter. If you haven't, go ahead and check out HugoRollon.com for a lot of free content and valuable information. So, basically, the topic of today's episode is decision making. And the reason I say that is because obviously the way we make decisions, our life, our current situation is made out of these decisions, right? And so what I want you to get out of this episode is basically an updated and improved mental model, essentially a way to make better decisions, right? As soon as you know how to make these better decisions, you can basically affect any area of your life. So, I mean, take this knowledge and do what you want with it, right? I'm here to help you guys out. So, if you're like me, you're obviously have a lot of things going on. Maybe you're back to back meetings. Maybe you have very little time to make these decisions. Um, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. Uh, I believe it was Benjamin Franklin that actually said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And so, obviously, what he means by that is if you can prevent something bad due to our decisions or whatever it is, it's just better and easier to prevent it. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and step into the first step that can obviously help you make better decisions. And there's a Bible verse that actually goes like this: a good tree cannot produce bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. And so, what he means by that, or at least my interpretation of it, is you have to obviously take care of your body, right? Your machine. If you're obviously not taking care of your body, whether that's mental, spiritual, health, physically, the outcome is not going to be as good, right? Imagine if you're extremely healthy, operating on, I don't want to say full cylinders, but if everything was going great, obviously the outcomes, the outputs, and your decisions are, in my opinion, going to be a lot better. Sleep is something that can drastically affect us. Me, obviously, I'm not a fan of sleeping. However, I realize that once I go a few weeks sleeping on average 5 to 6 hours, my productivity actually goes down a little bit. And obviously, sometimes we won't sleep due to, I don't want to waste time sleeping. I'd rather do this, rather be up working, being more productive. I could be doing this when I'm, sleeping. At the end of the day, your productivity is most likely going to drop due to lack of sleep. So, step number 2 to help you make better decisions is learn how to separate the logic and emotion away from your decisions. Essentially, if you have a decision to make, imagine you had two sections, right, that make up the decision. List out the logical aspect of it, and then list out the emotional aspect of it. And the reason I say that is because obviously emotions are extremely powerful, right? They start wars and they cure nations. So whenever you make these decisions, it's important to not let emotions get in the way, because trust me, your emotions can easily outrule your logic. And I bet you if you look back at it, some of the worst decisions you've made, your emotions got the best of you, including myself, right? I make these decisions, I don't want to say all the time, but I think I'm definitely getting better. So that's step number 2. And then step number 3 is, and I've mentioned this before, but learn how to develop principles. And by that, I mean, let's just say you encounter a certain situation, right? I'm pretty sure there's been an instance before where you've actually had to deal with a similar situation. If not you, maybe a colleague or a mentor has. And so what I mean by developing principles is take a look at how that decision affected the outcome in that situation. And obviously, because you've already gone through it, you already know, like, if I do this, or if I go this route, the decision's going to turn out in this way, and thus is the result, right? Develop principles to help you make better decisions based on your experience, others, and just the knowledge you've gained throughout the years. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy the show. Follow along, HugoRollon.com. Check out my Instagram at HugoRollonOfficial, and like for more.